My mom is in town visiting, and my husband just got home from work, and this lady bops up off the couch as soon as he gets in the door to go run over and make him a little plate of food. Yeah. Because I wasn't making him a plate. Like, why would you plate his food for him? He's grown.
Because I'm a different type of woman.
A man or woman that's willing to get up every single day and go to the gym and get their exercise routine dialed in, even if and even when it's cold, it's raining, it's too hot, it's windy, the car broke down, I don't feel like it, the kids are crying, my neck hurts, I didn't sleep well, I had nightmares, I didn't sleep long enough, I overate, I underate. Even if all those things, you're still willing to go to the gym and do it, that builds some high level of fucking discipline.
I'm raising them myself. Honestly, they could walk away because 9 times out of 10, they're kind of useless anyway.
Oh, how come?
My oldest is 10, and I don't think I've seen a dime from him at all. I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
And they all have different dads.
Okay.
And one has not been around in 10 years. Okay. Doesn't pay, doesn't do anything. The other one, I can't say anything bad about. And then there's one that's present, but not present.
So wait, which one is useless because they're not giving money? I'm so confused.
I mean, they're all useless. They're men, but...
Oh.
I'm
yeah,
just
I know. I've had a guy friend say that about women the other day, and I was like, yes. Do you think women are useless as well? Do you have a job?
Not at the moment.
Would you say that maybe you're just as useless as your baby daddies?
Crazy to me that if a woman who had a father present wants a man to...
Oh, I got this. He said that women are basically allowed to choose men and want them to emulate their fathers. Mm-hmm. And men are called crazy for choosing women and wanting them to emulate their mothers. And let me tell you the difference. I want a man that treats me the way my father treats my mother, hence his wife. Y'all want y'all women to treat you the way your mother treats you, the child. That's the problem.
No, that's arguing in bad faith. Why is it not the same the other way around? Men want a wife that's like their mother because they see how their mother treats their father. And why are we ignoring the fact that a lot of women who are extremely entitled are entitled because their fathers dote on them and spoil them? Is what she's saying true for a certain percentage of men and women? Absolutely. But it's more than just a little weird that you're just going to completely ignore the possibility of the opposite being true. But I don't know, what do you think?
Is that their top priority is that someone be kind to them.
Women do want kindness in a man, but only certain men. That top 4 or 5% we always hear about. Regardless of what you hear, learn to listen with your eyes. What do you see actually happening?
Nice guys, for 3 years, it's not cool, and then it's cool. Yeah.
There's a reason those nice guys weren't cool for a while. Because kindness, being nice, whatever, is not the top priority. And of course, most women have 2 separate lists of requirements for the men they're going to go out with.
Right? If it's casual for fun, my checklist is a little bit different.
That's a very short list of requirements for arousal and a long list of requirements for a lack of arousal. So the short version is for men, as long as she feels that she has an abundance of options, kindness is not her top priority. So men, if she's ever giving you any indication that she would not have dated you when she had an abundance of options, that means right now you are her last resort. And the best that you can hope for in that situation is that she will be faithful in her body, but never her mind.
I'd say guys went from fight the power to what does Kim have on today? And what I call it is the pacification of males. I'm not talking about gay men. Gay men, you're gay. I'm not talking about women. I'm just talking about men not standing up, having some balls, and being about something. What's going on right now?
Yeah, I make everybody see in order to fight the powers that be. Yeah.
In your video, you say that men invented the internet that we're using right now. This is not true. This woman did. This woman did it.
No, she didn't. Who you're speaking about is Hedy Lamarr, and she was credited for being the inventor who pioneered the technology for today's Wi-Fi, GPS, and Bluetooth communication systems. These two computer scientists are the ones that actually invented the internet. And this isn't to take credit away from her for what she created, because what she created is really important for today's society, but it wasn't the internet.
This is a female fantasy. This is a woman in an idealized, pure form of beauty before she gets wrecked by the world, and she gets to take the most psychopathic, narcissistic, beastly guy, literally, and she gets to turn him into a man, and by loving her, he is made into a human being. It led to what I call the Disney prince and princess archetype, that's the modern archetype today, where the girl, she has a checklist of 25 things that she wants a man to be, and she's checking off boxes. And then as she gets to 30, she hits the wall, and 35, that list gets shorter and shorter. A female client of mine, I've known her now for 7 years. So her list, when I met her, she was 30. It was this running list of, I want a good Christian man, and he looks like this, and he's really tall and really attractive, and he's gonna treat me this way. I want him to make this much, and this is what I'd like my house to look like, and I already mentioned my wedding is gonna be, and this went on and on and on. You get the idea. You wanna know her list is today? Last time I talked to her, I just want somebody that's nice to me. I'm dead serious. That's her list. I just want to meet someone that just is nice to me. That was literally her words.
Crazy because some girls are confused. They be like, why are me and my man drifting apart? Why is it not the same? He had a long, stressful day at work and he came back and you said, babe, I need a refill of my nails tomorrow. Sit down with me. That relationship's done.
I wrote my master's dissertation at Oxford on infidelity. Here are 3 science-backed signs someone will cheat. 1. Family history of infidelity. All human behavior is influenced by genetics. For those interested in the science, basically, genes code for proteins and regulatory molecules. These proteins and regulatory molecules build brain structures and impact brain function, and then these influences on the brain also influence your personality and behavior. One study of well over 7,000 twins and their siblings found infidelity to be 62% heritable in men, 40% heritable in women. If you know their mom, dad, or sibling has committed infidelity, they are more likely to do so as well than someone who has no such family history. 2. They're out of your league. And I mean overall, not just in terms of looks. Humans evolved to try and get the best mate they can. If they can do better, they will. 3. They're not happy in the relationship. And this is especially true if your partner is a woman. Relationship dissatisfaction predicts female infidelity much better than it predicts male infidelity. Date someone who has no family history of infidelity, who is in your league, and then make them happy.
Yeah, minor. Don't even say anything. Just keep walking, please. We're good.
I wasn't gonna say shit.
It looks like you were gonna.
Yo, I'm sorry, but this generation of women, y'all are entitled. Social media has played a big part in the way you guys view yourselves. I know that the world and society might tell you you're a fucking 10, and I hate to break it to you, but at least with me, I know the harsh reality. Ladies, not every man wants you. Not every guy who glances in your direction is looking you up and down because they want to bang you. Not everybody is a Beyonce and Rihanna. Let's just understand that now. The fact that we're all living in this fucking delusion land, like we're all 10s, stop it. Let's really stop it, because I don't even categorize myself as a 10, and I know this. So when I see women do this, and I see it time and time again, even when I used to work at the bar, women going, excuse me, and the guy's not even looking at you, bro, or not even wanting you. You guys are entitled, and it makes no sense. You guys are solid 4s, probably 3s, talking that nonsense. But hey, I'm going to stop because I'm going to hit a nerve with a lot of you. And the thing that bothers me the most is, yes, there are bad men out here. Yes, there are men who have actually put their hands on certain women and put us into situations where we are scared of men or have been. And that's okay, ladies. But you know what's sad? When you start doing that to everybody else who's not like that. Could you imagine you and your homegirls walking down the street, or you walking down the street in general, and people going, oh, pervert, oh, weirdo. And men experience that. Not all men, but men do experience that. Or women getting scared of them. How would you feel if that constantly happened to you? Or if a whole bunch of women were sitting there laughing at you, or a whole bunch of guys? See what I'm saying? When it's you, it's a different story. But when you're doing it to somebody, it's all cool. Like I said, ladies, you guys talk all this crap about men, but then you don't realize the way that you treat people. And I'm sorry to say this, I really am a firm believer in this. If you put in put shit into this world, that's what you're going to get in return. And I'm pretty sure the reason why a lot of you guys have these bad outcomes with men is because you don't give anything. So you're going to get crap in return. Does that make sense? So I'm sorry, this whole like entitledness and women doing all this shit now, it's getting fucking old. Like, grow up, man. I'm sorry. That poor guy, dude. I could see why a lot of men do not want to be around a lot of girls anymore, because you guys are making it harder and harder every day for men to even want to be around you. You guys started that big ol' riot about stop approaching us, and then guys aren't approaching you, or if they still are, look at the type of approaches they get or the type of encounters they get with you guys. Like, dude, it's not that serious. Not everybody's out to get you, and not everybody wants you, especially when you don't look like Beyonce. Calm down.
And to all you women that think y'all gonna keep this shit going, I got clients in high school that they girl cooking and paying for their haircut because they see y'all goofy ass and they don't wanna be like y'all. So y'all keep it up. Y'all are gonna be 40 on Tinder, lame ass.
Explore those waters.
In order for us to even get sex, we have to perform. You don't. You literally just gotta walk outside the way you just did. We could literally go to the bar right now and you could be like, yo, who's trying to fuck?
All you gotta do is wake up.
Gonna you, but that's
Exactly.
Not
I have to perform. I have to walk in and literally buy drinks or some simp shit somehow.
I gotta have some fly shit on.
Yeah, I gotta spit game in a way that you fuck with it.
So that's the way y'all attract women, is what I'm hearing. That's the way you feel like you have to like really beg somebody or
game
get
provision. Yeah.
That's sad as fuck.
Yeah.
Why is that sad?
So
that's what we gotta do.
If a dude walk in and just like, yo, you trying to fuck? You gonna be like, hell yeah.
You talking to?
Exactly.
So how is it sad?
How is that sad?
So you're calling yourself sad?
We're basically just saying that.
Because I have to work to get you.
I have to work.
to get
Here's
you.
my thing.
Okay.
Clearly, you're not doing enough work here because you shouldn't even have to fucking do all that. You should walk in the room and your energy's already felt. Bitch, come talk to you and feel you.
That's
how
part of
it should
it.
be.
That's part of it.
You shouldn't have to
That's
do
how
none
it
of
should
that.
be.
The shit that you're doing attracts a certain type of
Literally.
women. If you in there trying to, you know what I'm saying, wear chains and a third, you're gonna attract, you know what I'm saying, that type of. You know what I'm saying? A bitch that just likes you for you is gonna be attracted to you.
You wouldn't know me. You're not gonna know me.
Just like
if I just walk in, oh, y'all know me now?
It doesn't matter.
Y'all fuck with me? Y'all know me?
Yeah.
Fellas, the number one thing that you need to stop doing right now if you want to be more disciplined, more consistent in all areas of your life across the board, if you want to increase your level of confidence, your self-esteem, become more productive, more focused, become an all-around better version of yourself, you need to stop watching porn. The reason you need to stop watching porn is because that's going to translate into all areas of your life, because it takes a completely different version of you, a complete better version of you in order to be able to remove this from your life. And it takes conquering yourself. And when you can conquer yourself, you can conquer virtually any damn thing.
At year one, when you start dating a chick, as soon as a chick's like, hey, Rich, I dig your vibe. Where do we stand? We've been seeing each other for a while. I want to claim you. I don't want anybody else to have you. Can we be exclusive? Blah, blah, blah. As soon as you get to that point, that's when you start looking at her going, okay, she doesn't have any of my red flags. Daddy issues. She's not a feminist. She's not unhappy or unlucky. She doesn't try to compete with me. She doesn't keep men around from her past. She's not poor with money. She's not violent. She doesn't have extreme jealousy. She's not a party girl. She doesn't have tattoos or piercings. She doesn't have a big notch count. Not a single mom. She doesn't seek validation online. She's not a sugar baby. She's not a pathological liar. Doesn't have baby rabies. Doesn't throw hissy fits. I'm in full control of the birth control. She's not a drama queen, and she doesn't have an addictive.
That is the problem with modern women today. A man that you're in a relationship with, a monogamous relationship with, him not wanting you to hang out with other men other than him that are not your father, your uncle, your cousin, or your nephew, or your brother, alone, might I add, not wanting you to post revealing pictures of your body to get male validation and male attention from other men on social media other than the one you're in a relationship with, and staying in contact with an ex that you obviously had a romantic involvement with and a sexual relationship with. Him not wanting to do any of those things considers him insecure? No, he's just setting a boundary so you won't freaking disrespect him. All those three things that were mentioned in the previous video, are forms of disrespect in a monogamous relationship, let alone a damn marriage. This is the problem with dating today. Most modern women feel like they can do single girl shit while being in a monogamous relationship. No, it don't work like that. Because we all know if the rules were reversed, oh, that would be freaking World War III now, wouldn't it, fellas? There is absolutely nothing wrong with you wanting to make sure that your woman does not post revealing pictures of herself on social media, trying to get male validation and male attention from other men that are not you. There is nothing wrong with you not wanting your woman to hang out with other men that aren't you by yourself or aren't her relatives. And there is most definitely nothing wrong with you not wanting her to keep in contact with a freaking ex. All of those are boundaries that should be set by you off rip. And if she wants to freaking clown you or insult you for that, hold your damn masculine frame and tell her, look, heifer, you can go and kick rocks for all I care, because I'm not going to let you disrespect me in any kind of way. Because a traditional woman with a traditional mindset most definitely wouldn't do things like that to disrespect their man, let alone their husband. Beware of these women and 1000% stay away from them.
Not only that, then increasingly you're telling women to be the opposite of what I think men want, right? The opposite, maybe in the instant when men are not thinking with their big heads and they're saying, oh, whoa, she's half naked, great, I'm gonna go for it. That might be what a man wants, but long term, that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want a girl that's just gonna be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. You know, that I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. So then you say men suck, and I ask this question all the time. You complain about men, but are you being the type of a woman that a man would want?
Quitting will get you laid more. There's an obvious and a less obvious reason. The obvious one is that when you do nofap, you actually feel your sexual desire. It grows and it motivates you to go out and flirt and date and seduce. I mean, that's what your sexual desire is literally designed to do in a biological sense. But the less obvious reason is this. When you quit, it means that you're no longer smacking down every bit of sexual energy that arises in your body. And when you deal with your sexual shame and become more comfortable with your own sexual desire, that makes you more confident and attractive. It's all about the vibe. You give off a very different vibe when you're jerking it to some pixels every single day versus when you don't. And it's the kind of vibe that gets you laid. Follow me to learn the best method to quit for good and become more comfortable with your own sexual energy.
Here's what I learned. The worse I treated women, the more they liked me. Now let me make the caveat. It was called worse. What it really was is I was treating women like a man treats a woman. That's what I was doing. I wasn't being a simp. I was standing up. I was saying what I wanted. Was not making any qualifying statements. You know, not beating around the bush. If it was my way or the highway, you lucky to be around me. This is what I want out of the world. Next thing you know, she became everything I ever wanted her to be in a girlfriend. After I started being a jerk to her, a cocky, intelligent, and arrogant. That's
Can I share a secret with you guys?
Please.
From a man's perspective? It doesn't matter if you've been with a man 3 months, 6 months, 5 years, or 15. You have one opportunity with a man to dishonor his vulnerability. and he will never look at you the same. He may act like it. He may walk around with a smile on his face, but on the inside, he's like, "Oh no, I would never." He could be going through the worst thing. He'd be like, "Baby, how was your day?" How many women on this panel right now have heard a man say, "Oh, it was good. I had a good day. It was all right." And on the inside, he's saying, "Yep, I went through a whole bunch of shit today, but I'm not telling you because I can't trust you with my vulnerability."
A man with money does what he wants.
A lot of women can't take a man serious when he don't have money, so they keep the same energy when they do have money. You see, I always say the day before anybody is rich or successful, they not. What point do y'all all of a sudden become real and think that a man should be faithful with you? If I all of a sudden become rich, now everybody want me? Come on, man, I'm not dumb enough to think it ain't about that. And the fact that they actually willing to share with y'all still is crazy. But then y'all be expecting to be faithful with this? Come on, man. How dumb do y'all really expect men to be? But y'all don't have no problem talking all this shit. Y'all confuse bums with people who just not where they want to be yet. That's why you miss out.
You married?
No.
Do you want to be married?
Yes, I do.
Do you want children?
Yes, I do.
Do you think your husband will be a musician, an actor, or an athlete?
Yes, I absolutely do. What? Yeah, I know for a fact. That's the men that I be with. So.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
No.
Yes. Those are the kind of men I attract, I be around. My resume kind of speaks for itself.
Of dicks, yeah.
Yeah, you do too. But
yeah, your roster of,
yes.
of dead dicks is nice, but you got no wedding rings.
No, but they got NBA rings. So.
Cause you're a side chick.
Why women are more frustrated with men than the other way around. Just my opinion. Most of us have seen the data that on dating apps, women swipe on maybe 4 or 5% of the men. So let's make the math easy. There's 100 men and 100 women. All 100 women want to get with only 5 of the men. And life being what it is, those 5 guys are sleeping with a lot of those women with no intention of a long-term relationship or ever settling down with them. So the baseline problem is, of course, that an average woman looks at a man that is objectively her counterpart. He's equally average in looks and status, but she's already gotten a taste of the hot guy. Whether it's a one-night stand or a 3-month relationship, that has cemented in her mind as what she should get, but it's simply not going to happen. And thus the source of most men's frustration, average men being told you need to level up, but also you need to be more vulnerable, you need to be more emotionally open, and a long list of feminine traits basically.